So the number one problem I'm seeing with people integrating AI solutions into their business operations tooling is that people are forgetting that there are things that people are good at and things people are very bad at, and there are things computers are very good at, and there are things computers are very bad at. A good question to ask is, how do humans achieve doing this thing? Sudokus, everyone knows them. Sudokus are essentially a puzzle where you have to count 1 to 9 repeatedly and put those in the boxes, right? And the interesting thing about them is the way the puzzle is organised is in such a way that it's very, very difficult for human people to intuitively spot the answer. Whereas any computer, going back to probably the early 80s, could basically instantly fill in all the boxes with no trouble at all. Oftentimes, if humans would see something and make it into a puzzle, then it's probably the case that it's a thing people aren't very good at doing. And the interesting challenge is working out how we can make our brains efficiently do it, even though it's really not the way we're designed and built. So whether that be Sudokus, maybe crosswords, jigsaws, that sort of thing. They're interesting because it's hard for our brains to solve those problems, but a computer, any computer, would find all of those things very trivial. That's a good example of the kind of things where we should be using software rather than bums on seats to solve problems. Other things we're making computers do right now are things that they really aren't very good at. We're all familiar with the Turing test, I hope. If you're not, you can Google it. And the Turing test was designed because it demonstrates making a computer do something that in theory computers should be very bad at. And indeed they largely are. So if computers and software are impossibly better at algorithmic type thinking than humans, but such a scale worse with conversation and assembling natural language sentences, that's been the gold standard of how to test the capability of software and hardware. Why does that seem to be all that anyone's trying to make it do right now?